Okay, welcome back, students. In this part 3 of section 11.2, we are talking about the series, and today, as we have the third topic, which is telescoping series. Now, last time we discussed the geometric series, and now we will discuss the telescoping series. Just to remind you how we find the sum of any series starting from 1 or from 0. If you remember, we need to find the limit as n goes to infinity of the partial sum. And the partial sum, Sn, this is just the sum of the first n elements. If we start from 0, this will start from 0 to n minus 1. Okay. Let's do the first example. Example number 1. Find the sum of the series n equal 1 to infinity ln n over n plus 1. Well, I think the first thing to notice here is this series, even if we try to find it, this is not a geometric series. This is not geometric. You can try writing the first few terms and then you divide the next one by the previous one, and it will not be a geometric series. But even though it's not a geometric series, it is of this form. We can use the properties of the ln to get rid of the quotient here. So this will be ln n minus ln n plus 1. Okay, the next step, if we would like to find the answer, we will use the limit. That's the only other idea that we have. So my problems become, we need to find Sn first. Because if you find Sn, then you will just find the limit, and then you will find the series. So let me just try to find Sn. But before I find Sn, let me find S1. Let me find S2. Let me find S3. And let's see the pattern. Maybe up here, I'll find for you also S4. And then maybe we can see what's happened. S1 is just A1, which is substituting 1. Of course, this is your An. If you substitute 1, this will be negative ln 2. S2 is just A1 plus A2, the sum of the first two terms. I need a little bit of space here. Now A1 is just ln 1 minus ln 2. A2 will be, we substitute instead of n, we write 2, and here will be 3. So that's gonna be ln 2 minus ln 3. We can see that there will be a cancellation between ln 2 and ln 2, and the only terms that will survive is the first one minus the last one. Doesn't matter how much, if we simplify this one, the idea is who will survive, the first and the last. Okay, that's an S2. Let me go and do S3 and check which one will survive in S3. S3 is just A1 plus A2 plus A3. And A1 is just len1 minus len2. A2 is len2 minus len3. And A3 is just len3 minus len4. Can you see the cancellation, and can you see which one will survive and which one will get cancelled? len2 with len2, len3 with len3 get cancelled. The only terms that will survive are len1 minus len4, which is again the first one and the very last one. Those will survive. We can try it in S4 and we will see that it is the same pattern, the first one and the last one. So just let me do it in Sn. For Sn, I need to take A1, A2, A3, all the way to An. And the one before An also you need to find it because it will help me find out which one will survive. A1 is len1 minus len2. A2 is len2 minus len3. A3 is len3 minus len4, and so on. Okay. I think I better go to the next page and do Sn. That's much better. So this is just continuation. Remember that An is len n minus len n plus 1. Now Sn is just A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus An minus 1 plus An. A1 is just len1 minus len2. A2 is len2 minus len3. A3 is len3 minus len4. And now An, I will write it here, is len n minus len n plus 1. Now, what is An minus 1? It will be len n minus 1 plus, minus len n. And now we start to do the cancellation. Keep in mind what we have seen before. All of those terms will get cancelled. N minus 1 will get cancelled with something here, ln or ln, and the last few terms that will survive are the first one and the very last one. And that is Sn. Okay, this idea only happened if we have kind of something will get something cancelled with something else. And why do we call it telescoping? Because if you remember the telescope, if you have a very large telescope, it looks short, but if you open the telescope, things will get inside each other, and then it will be very, very long one. And then you can just squeeze it back to this one. We are not finished yet because remember we need to find the sum of the series. And we said the sum of the series is just the limit as n goes to infinity of Sn, and we already found what is Sn. So this will be len1 minus len n plus 1. Direct substitution will give me len1 minus len infinity, and len infinity is infinity, so the answer will be negative infinity, and this is diverges. That's how we deal with the telescoping series. Please, if you have any question, let us know, and we will be happy to answer it. Next, it's example number. Next example, again about the telescoping series, and this is a very important type of examples. Okay, I will write something here later, and we want to discuss this series starting from 2 over n squared minus 1. Okay, now again we do the same thing as we just did before. We need to find Sn, and in order to find Sn, first we need to find An. But if you look at this An, what I want is something minus something else. So I can use the idea of telescoping, hoping for cancellation. Let me go back to the previous example. Look what we did here. We have something minus something else. And that's what we are hoping for. So same thing here, I want something minus something else. So we have to do something. And the only thing we can do in this function, and I hope you still remember them, is what we did in the partial fraction. And this is a good opportunity to remind ourselves of the partial fraction. Partial fraction means each denominator will be separated. And if we do that, we just write a constant at the top. Okay. The next step, which you need to do at home, but I will not do it, is to find the value of A and B. Okay, what is the value of A and B? If we do it, it will be 1 over 1n minus 1 minus 1n plus 1. And that's exactly what we are hoping for. We are hoping to see this minus something minus something. And now we just go ahead and find Sn. So I'll just start with S2, S1 if you want. S1 is easy because it is just A1. It is not just A1. Remember, S1 is the first term, and the first term we start from n equal to 2. So just be careful here how we deal with this. So we should start with 2. If we substitute 2, this will be 1 over 2 minus 1, which is 1, minus 1 over 3. There's no more information. While S2 is the sum of the first two terms. So start with the A2 and then A3. A2 is already here, 1 over 1 minus 1 over 3. A3 will be 1 over 2 minus 1 over 4. Okay. Again, I think we noticed there would be no cancellation here up to this point. Okay. It seems no cancellation, but we have to keep going. A2, A3, A4. It will be 1 over 1 minus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 2 minus 1 over 4. Now if we substitute 3, it will be 1 over 2. If we substitute 4, sorry, it will be 1 over 3 minus 1 over 5. And I think we can see down the cancellation. Start to see the cancellation, which is the 1 over 3 definitely will get cancelled with the 1 over 3. So you can see that who will cancel which one. The last term with the first term of the next one. Let's do S4. Here we need so many of them. S4 is just A2, A3, A4, A5. The first 4 terms. And those are already written here. Now for A5, if we substitute 5, this will be 4 minus 1 over 6. And now I think you can see the cancellation start to be easier. 1 over 3 with 1 over 3. 1 over 4 with 1 over 4. So it sounds that this will get cancelled with the first term of the other bracket. So all of them will get cancelled. 1 over 5, it will get cancelled with the next one. 1 over 6, it will get cancelled. All of them, they will start get cancelled. The one that will survive all the time is this, and maybe something at the end. Let's now find Sn to find out exactly which one will survive at the end. I think I'll go to our next page. Sn is just the sum of the first n elements. Since we start from 2, it will be an minus 2, so that all of them is n, an minus 1, an minus 3, an minus 4. This, I think we did it. It's 1 over 1 over 1 over 3, 1 over 2, 1 over 4, 1 over 3, minus 1 over 5, and so on. An minus 4, it will be an minus 3 minus 1 over an minus, no, so this is minus 5 and this is minus 3. An minus 3, it will be an minus 4 minus an minus 2, and the an minus 2, the last one, it will be an minus 3 minus 1 over an minus 1. Now let's see who will survive. As we said, the second term will get cancelled with the first term and the second one. So 1 minus 1 over 4 will get cancelled with something here. This one, it will get cancelled with this one. And now this will get cancelled with something there. Also, this will get cancelled with something here for sure. So what is surviving for us is those terms. The first one, the second one here, and the last two. Okay, that's Sn. And finally, the series is just the limit n goes to infinity. This is n. If you take this limit, it is 1 over 1 1 over 2. And that's it, just 1 over 1 minus 1 plus 1 over 2, which is 3 over 2. Thank you very much for watching this video. The next one will be about the test for divergence.